If you're a heating, air conditioning technician, or even a salesperson, what's a reverse bear trap in the sales process, and why do you need to know about it? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC technician sales secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, if you don't know what a bear trap is, that's where you talk trash ethically on your competition, on the things that they do and how they interact. So you kind of make fun of what's going on. Now, buyers will do this to you, especially savvy ones, right? And if you've never met with a savvy buyer, you will know once you leave, because it's an ookie feeling, technical term, ookie. And so what will happen is you need to know that through the door, if you go to a appointment and the second that you walk through the door, it's automatic, it's not necessarily a complaint, but it's an agenda. Right. Well, I had somebody out here and their price was too high. I had somebody out here and they weren't too nice. Well, and they have a million problems, right? This is the clue. Like if somebody comes out and you go, if you go to somebody's house and they're like, yeah, I had a problem with a technician. It was bad. I don't really want to talk about it. That's not the person I'm talking about. If you go to a house and somebody says, yeah, I had a company come out here and they were kind of expensive in my mind for what I thought for a part. And that's a completely different story. They're not stacking these together. Okay. I'm not talking about a normal complaint. I'm not talking about a normal concern. I'm talking about the person that you have a friend. And let's just play for a second that you have a favorite football or baseball team. And that person is constantly bickering with you about your team. Like, your team this, your quarterback, and it feels like that right here. You're like, that's the feeling. That's the person. You need to be aware that this reverse bear trap is meant to, from the very beginning, to put you in a negative spot. That person's talking down to you. They're like, I'm going to talk down to you as much as I can throughout this call to beat you up. And so here's another trait. They probably won't let you get traction. They'll cut you off a lot. They'll interrupt your sales process. They'll interrupt your flow. It could be with a question. It could be with a story, and it's going to feel rude. And you're going to be like, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? So, okay, one, they're ball busting you with a reverse bear trap. And then second, what they're doing is they're putting a ton of pressure on you so you can't get traction. So you're going to get towards the end and they're going to start talking trash on, yeah, I want a really good special. And if you don't give me one, I'm not going to do business with you. They really start emphasizing all these things, right? So you know what? Here's the thing. This is what you need to know. You got to go to hvactechsecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. What that means is extra training for you, or discounted training for people who subscribe. Now, what this is meant to do is when they do the reverse bear trap on you and they constantly interrupt your flow, is it's meant to not ever let you get traction. It's meant to not ever let you have a process. It's meant for a control. It's meant for them to I'm going to keep control of the situation. And if I do that, everything's going to be okay. Now, the sad thing is they probably lose out, because when people dealt with me like this, I didn't want to help them. I would do everything I could to help people. I'd do everything I could to close deals. But when somebody started playing this game, I don't want to deal with this. There's a million other things that I'd rather be doing. One, sleeping. Two, probably eating a taco. Three, hanging out with my bird. I don't need this game. I don't need these shenanigans. And this isn't the person who's doing it out of nervous energy. This is the person that is a pro at getting their way and complaining about everything, and not your client. So not everybody should do business with you. A lot of people, some people should be doing business with your worst competitor. You should send them their way. You can ask at the end of the day, do you want my help with this? And if they're like, well, no, maybe, bounce. You don't need the aggravation. You don't need the problem, right? Sometimes if you are a homeowner and you're a business owner and you're like, hey, I'm in the market for heating and air, sometimes I'm pointing at you, sometimes you're the problem, right? It's just, let's just say what it is, put it on the table. And if you get your feelings hurt and you got sand in your emotional crevice, I don't care. It's got nothing to do with me. Bounce off my channel. Go talk to somebody else. I'm not that dude, right? I'm not the industry. I'm not the guy that apologizes for everybody. Sometimes you as a consumer, you as a homeowner, you as a business owner, it's your fault. Is it all the time? No. But sometimes, yes. There you go. What's a reverse bear trap? What do you need to know about it? It's where people will beat you down through the door. Chances are pretty good they're not going to do business with you anyway, right? The person who complains the most about price is the person who's the most difficult to deal with. And if you're a homeowner watching this and you complain about price, I'm telling you flat out, nobody wants to deal with you. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. Hit follow or share with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.